So AI just did that thing where a month's worth of headlines hits in one day. Sam Altman said out loud that AI is in a bubble. A cable news segment got caught using AI-generated images on air. U.S. senators launched a probe into Meta's AI rules for kids. Oracle and Google did a surprise team-up to push Gemini into Oracle's cloud. Eli Lilly signed $1 billion AI drug deal aimed at obesity. And Foxconn says AI servers just beat iPhones as its top moneymaker. Oh, and China opened a full-blown robot Olympics. Let me break all this down in plain old English and show you why it matters. What's up, y'all? It's Anthony Applewhite, and welcome back to Applewhite Intel, where we make AI make sense. No jargon, just real talk you can use, okay? And real quick, a lot of y'all watch and forget to subscribe. It really helps me out. So if you're enjoying this, please hit that button, okay? Subscribe, like, comment, share, all right? Let's jump into it. First, the headlines are everybody is arguing about, right? OpenAI's Sam Altman said, yes, we're in an AI bubble. Think late 90s internet, huge hype, some ridiculous valuations, and a lot of startups with three people and a dream pulling in crazy cash. He also said that OpenAI still plans to spend trillions on data, with a T, y'all, trillions, on data centers because, bubble or not, the core technology is very real. The simple version, in bubbles, most people overpay. Some people build the future anyway, right? If you're a founder or creator, the move is to stay calm, ship value, and let the hype cycle spin while you keep receipts, okay? Now, on the media side, this one went viral for a reason, okay? One American news ran a segment celebrating a jump in female military recruits, except the B-roll images of women soldiers were all AI generated. They even had Grok watermarks. The host later acknowledged they were created by AI. Why does this matter? Well, we've crossed into a world where images look real, okay? They run on TV and get accepted at first glance. So when you see a jaw-dropping photo, especially in politics or war, treat it like raw seafood. Smell test it first, if you get what I mean. If you share content, watermark your own stuff and cite the source. If you're a viewer, quick search before you repost. 2 minutes can save you from being part of someone else's oops. Got it? Okay, good. Staying with safety and trust, Congress is sniffing around Meta after a Reuters scoop on internal AI rules. The reporting said that Meta's policy examples efficiently allow chatbots to chat romantically with minors and to generate harmful or false content under certain carve-outs, right? Now, lawmakers jumped in with a probe, and Meta says those examples, were erroneous and are being removed. Hey, I don't know. But here's the takeaway, right? When you ship chatbots to billions of people, okay, edge cases aren't edges, right? They're every day, okay? Companies have to design for the most vulnerable users, right? Not just the typical one. If you run anything with AI conversations, Discord bots, customer supports, classroom tools, etc., build seatbelts in from day one. Age gates, crisis refusals, and human escalation paths, right? Okay, now let's pivot to business earthquakes. Oracle and Google just announced a partnership so Oracle can sell Google's Gemini models directly inside Oracle's cloud and even wire them into Oracle's big business apps, right? Finance, HR, supply chain. If your company already lives in Oracle, You'll be able to call Gemini where your data already sits and pay with credits. Okay? That means less duct tape, right? Fewer copy paste workflows and faster AI pilots that actually touch real numbers. Translation, the AI buffet is coming to you, okay? You won't need to juggle 10 separate tools just to get value, all right? Speaking of real world value, Eli Lilly signed a deal worth up to $1.3 billion with an AI drug discovery startup called Superluminal. Target is obesity and related cardiometabolic diseases, using AI to search giant chemical spaces and rank the most promising molecules, especially the GPCR targets, before anyone spends months in the wet labs. That matters because obesity drugs are a massive market and a massive health problem, right? So if AI can shave even 6 months off discovery cycles, that's not just shareholder value. It's earlier treatments for patients, okay? For non-scientists, think of AI here like a hyper-focused metal detector. It helps scientists find the gold faster in a huge field, okay? Got it? Good. Now, why has your favorite chatbot felt a little limited or busy some days? Look under the hood. Foxconn, the company that builds tons of the world's electronics, just reported that AI servers are now a bigger revenue driver than smartphones for them. Okay, for the first time ever. Okay, demand for racks loaded with NVIDIA class hardware is exploding. That explains usage caps, higher costs, and the rush to build more data centers. The internet is basically being rebuilt to feed these models. For you, it means, plan around bursty demand. Schedule, heavy AI workflows for off-peak hours. When you can, keep a backup provider or smaller on-device model for simple tasks. Quick vibe check before we hit the fun one, all right? Between Altman calling a bubble, lawmakers probing safety, and enterprises wiring AI into their core systems, we're seeing the same theme over and over. Trust is the moat. The tools that win won't just be smart, they'll be steerable, transparent about limits, and comfortable to use. Think brains plus boundaries plus bedside manner, okay? All right. A quick commercial break and then robots doing the most. All right. I'm starting a private AI and business community on School. Founding members, right, or my first 100 people get a super discount. Inside, I'll share daily AI news, business tips, tool updates, a beginner AI course, books, prompt packs, and more, right? If you want knowledge without the fluff, right, then the link is in the bio. Grab it fast before, the discount pricing goes away. All right, back to it. China just kicked off a legit robot Olympics, right? Humanoid robots racing, playing table tennis and soccer, even doing medicine sorting and cleaning tasks. Yes, a bunch of them crashed and face planted, and the crowd loved it. But behind the slapstick is the real point, right? These competitions generate the messy data engineers need to make robots useful in factories, hospital, and maybe our own homes, right? Today's wobbly sprinter is tomorrow's warehouse picker. And, if you're betting on embodied AI, bookmark this. Sports for robots is training for real jobs. Keep that in mind, all right? Now, let me stitch this together with a simple playbook for the week, okay? If you're a creator, screenshot your prompts and outputs. Cite sources on screen and label AI images. Trust is your brand, okay? If you run a startup, add a red team prompt pack and enable any think longer or deep reasoning mode for high stakes, okay? That includes tasks like contracts or finance emails, right? If you manage a team, publish a one-pager, approve tools, do's and don'ts, data rules, and who to ping when an output looks off. Call it your AI seatbelt, okay? And here's the big picture. The bubble talk isn't a killjoy. It's a chance to focus on what compounds workflows that save time today and every day. And also, data you own and can safely use. And products people actually like talking to. Media will keep testing the limits of what looks real. Lawmakers will keep testing the limits of what should be allowed. And companies will keep wiring AI into the places where budgets already live, okay? The ones who win will do three things at once. Make the models think better. Keep the guardrails tight. And give users a personality that they actually enjoy. Got it? Okay. Thanks for tuning in to Applewhite Intel. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, and share with your people, or anybody who needs to know what's coming next, y'all. And here's my question. If you had a PhD level AI co-pilot for one thing in your business, what would you have it do and why? Drop it below. I read every one. Peace out.